One day, Rhea Ripley is back. Bound for revenge and more.
I'm coming back for blood.
Raw, Monday at 8, only on USA.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. But most
And mobile, you can too. Optimum.
Hello, everyone. Nascar today. I'm at my mother's still. I still got the leg situation. I just put a message on my channel of my situation. And NASCAR's on. Let's go through it. He's going to win today. He's going to win today. Where is everybody today? How's everybody doing?
He's always right. All the buddies know, and he's always right. Now here comes Denny Hamlin to the inside. He runs the 5 wide, almost into the fence. So I'm sure he was in the right there.
Where's everyone today?
Larson loses the lead. Hamlin's out front.
Sorry. Just
I've been caused a lot of
trying to
by him throughout my career. I didn't hit anyone.
adjust
I
here.
race a certain way, but I don't think I've ever had to apologize to him about anything. Look at that. Wow, he is angry. Not that I'm sure he's going to say sorry after this. Yeah, we're friends. Yes, this makes things awkward, but whatever.
Is anyone around? Nah. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I don't know if you're hearing me.
There you go. Time for today's pre-race ceremonies from Pocono.
And now, please rise as you are able. Remove your hats and veteran sprinter and hand salute as the Keystone State Challenge Academy and Ligonier Valley Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome President and Senior Chaplain with Motor Racing Outreach, Billy Malton.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up to recognize your presence in our lives, Lord, we thank you for your love that you have for each and every one of us. Lord, we pray for the drivers and the teams and officials, Lord. We ask everybody to have a safe day of racing. For the fans that are here, Lord, I pray for great memories, a great time today. Father, yesterday we witnessed a heartbreaking moment not far from us. Lord, at this moment, we want to remember the one who lost their life and those that may still be struggling. We ask you to be with them. Father, as always, we remember the men and women of our armed forces and first responders that are defending our freedom. We ask you to be with them, as well as the Gold Star families that are here with us today. Father, may your peace surround us all. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
And now, here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Navy Petty Officer First Class Retired General Wilson, accompanied by Jalen Nelson from the Scranton School for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Children.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets
toughest corners in all of NASCAR. Time to get the engines fired at the tricky triangle next.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old school pills. Connect with
Who needs to hear commercials? So anyway, I see no one's around. I got a lot of things going on. If anyone cares, hear me.
The FBI has officially identified them.
Oh, my phone has been a pain in the ass lately. Anyway. Let's just turn that back on. I don't know.
Countdown to Green is brought to you by Sonic. Live free. Eat Sonic. Man, I'm kind of in shock. I don't know what to say to you guys.
We got it. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, and ain't that a boy.
They can boo my rock out here in a few years. 50 years of history here at Pocono Raceway. Martin Truex Jr. hoping to repeat some history with his third win at what he considers one of his home tracks. To honor Truex, the track painted his name on the start-finish line. Truex told
Go
me that
Truex!
he was honestly surprised by the gesture. Steve mentioned it. DJ talked about it. A lot of people in the garage think Truex has the best car in practice. What a way to cap off his Pocono career, Kim, if he can celebrate in front of the sold-out crowd.
Marty, another driver people are looking at is Tyler Reddick. He is on a hot streak. The 45 has not finished worse than sixth in the last three Cup races, including 2 podium finishes. Statistically, they've been great, but mentally and emotionally, it has been a challenge, being so close to wins the last 2 weeks. Crew Chief Billy Scott told me in these moments, it's absolutely heartbreaking. There is a lot of emotion from everyone, but he told me they
Let's go, Truex!
hours to be frustrated. Then it's time to look forward and go to work. Reddick, DJ was fastest in yesterday's practice.
Might be one of the drivers that the driver that starts on the pole today, Ty Gibbs, has to beat if he's going to get that first win. This is his 72nd start in the Cup Series. He obviously has the speed in the car. His biggest challenge in winning today here might be beating his teammates of Hamlin, Truex Jr. and Bell. DJ, we always talk about the importance of strategy here at Pocono. Who are a couple of teams who can take advantage of that today? When I look at it, I think the first name that comes is Todd Gilliland. They've been running, they've had speed. They might need a little strategy today, though. His crew chief is willing to take those chances sometimes. Let's see if that today might work out for him. Yeah, you got to feel like it's JGR versus the field this afternoon. Just 6 shots to lock up a playoff spot. Let's get the engines fired in the Keystone State.
Pocono Raceway. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Please welcome Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Famer Jeremiah Trotter and Philadelphia Eagles linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Hey Levy, I posted stuff about my I had my tendon surgery. Well, I had the surgery. I went back to the doctor, and he told me after the surgery, I barely had one tendon left. So it's just another process to rebuilding my body, to reconstruct the surgeries and the scappy. It's just the beginning practically. So every time I turn around, I always got a health issue, but I do whatever it takes to get myself fixed. So I'm glad I did the surgery for my tendon, because the doctor said that you're supposed to have two, and I barely had one. You had to put the tendons over my ankle bone and everything. Oh, it was a mess. I hope my left foot is not like that. But anyway, my life moves on. I do what it takes and make the best of it. All right, just telling the story what's going on. Thanks for catching.
Stop typing, start talking to a specialized urologist because it could be Peyronie's disease, or PD. It's a medical condition where there is a curve in the erection caused by formation of scar tissue, and an estimated 1 in 10 men may have it. But PD can be treated even without surgery. Say goodbye to searching online.
I guess I
Find
can
a
say that.
specialized urologist who can
Yeah,
diagnose
that
PD
sounds
and build
good.
a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
Well, I'm at my mother's house watching TV because I don't have TV in my apartment. So I don't want to get demonetized of this video if I do so. I guess, if anybody else is around, let's just hang out and watch NASCAR. I still watch NASCAR, but Truex, he's retiring. Now what do I do? I don't know where to go with this, but, NASCAR is in my blood, and I don't know what to say about it. It's hard to watch NASCAR when it's changed. It's awful. A lot of things in this world are changing for the worst. I don't get it anymore. I really don't. I don't know if you guys are hearing me. I'm talking here. Let me show something. I don't know if you guys are hearing me, but I talk. This is the PC I bought. I'm doing a lot of work. I have no idea how the PC has evolved, how everything has connected with everything. My phone connects to my computer now, and the technology is ridiculous. I don't know. Just trying to keep up, Just trying to keep up. But, that's just me. Go Truex. But, he. And then last year, I'm not going to say that. Regular season champion. And now, that guy has a title, won champion. Of a champion. Sometimes my mind thinks too fast before I can even speak. I don't know if anybody else understand that. You get so excited you want to say something, and it just comes out all wrong. You know, what are you gonna do? All right, let's turn this back on. But nice seeing you here. Oh, here, let's go back on.
Speedway like wrecks. We've been at Daytona, Talladega. Well, don't ignore Pocono. Some of the biggest, most violent accidents we have seen here at Pocono. We don't talk about it. The drivers don't talk about it, but they have to think about it in the back of their mind. These are the biggest days of the sport, taking some of the biggest hits.
We just saw Jeff Burton in turn number 1, and he talked about the speeds over 190 miles an hour as they are entering turn 1. Very dangerous, and tempers definitely are challenged when you come to Pocono. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, and we'll go through that, starting with Marty.
Well, Rick, Josh Berry has a terrific starting spot today, and he's shown the ability to replicate success at tracks where Rodney Childers and Kevin Harvick have been strong at in the past, like Pocono. Rodney Childers told me they made some pretty big improvements for qualifying, and they hope those improvements translate over to the race setup as well today, Margaret.
And Marty's starting 11th. Chase Elliott there has a pretty good starting spot, and that's kind of been the theme of their season. Good, not great. Talking to preaching now, Justin, he told me it's about taking these good days and turning them into great days as we rumble for the playoffs. With just one race win on the season, they'd like to increase that number, Kim.
Bubba Wallace starts 29th this afternoon. Despite that, this team is confident in their race car, saying Bubba just went a little too low in turn 2, coming to the green and qualifying. They told me their setup is very similar to teammate Tyler Reddick's, who was fastest in practice. As we look at the final page of the starting grid, Todd Gilliland qualified in the 33rd position. Not qualifying effort the team wanted, but the silver lining is that the strategy playbook here is wide open at Pocono. We're embedded with this team in stage 2, so we're going to get an up-close look at what crew chief Brian Briganti might have up his sleeve for this team here today. Now for the start of the race, let's go back to the booth where Steve Letarte and Rick Allen are standing by.
Thanks, Kim. We're going to go a little bit further up in the grid and actually talk to the driver of the 12, who's one of the teams that we'll be embedded with. We mentioned just a moment ago, the 12 and the access to these drivers is really amazing what we're able to do and just be embedded with these teams. Let's hear from the driver. Dial him up now, Steve.
See if we can get him on the radio here. We'll listen in. Hey, Ryan, it's Letarte, the guys at the booth. Get a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, man, I know it's 11 wins in your career so far in a championship. Back to the side of your first, though. Is there something special or some great memories? I almost see the smile on your face as you ride around here.
Yeah, a lot of great memories here. I feel like you always have those memories, when you come back to a place where you get your first win and really anything. So, hopefully we can have another one today. Full bench Ford Mustang. I thought it was pretty fast to practice. We just try to get, to be a little more comfortable to drive. I appreciate everyone's effort. I feel like, it's one of those races where strategy gets crazy. Hopefully we hit it right and have a shot at it in the end.
Let's talk about this track. You mentioned in practice about the balance of all 3 corners and having to compromise. How do you manage that with your emotion of trying to win when you know you have to not be perfect in all 3?
Yeah, I think it's just like managing your expectations of each corner, and you get a good idea in practice of, okay, hey, these are my strong corners, this is what I struggle in, and how do we work on. But when you're struggling there without, hurting your strong corners, so it's a track of compromises, and you're just going to have to deal with a corner that you might not be the best in, but you hope to maximize the one that you're strongest in, and hopefully utilize the corners you can.
I'm here.
Good
NASCAR.
luck today, man. I know the fans appreciate you.
Why would I hate it? I'm stuck with
Okay,
it.
great. I'm telling you, I think he was smiling. I agree. But it looked like there was a smile on his face as he was riding around.
So you mentioned it.
NASCAR.
You mentioned it as well. You got to hit it right.
Love it or hate it,
All the decisions.
I'm stuck with it.
And Marty's with him.
Yeah, Rick, I think everybody
Because it's
is
in
looking
my
at
blood.
strategy today. Jonathan Hassler is going to call Ryan Blaney by his pit stall here as he watches him come down pit road to make sure that everything goes well for later in the race. So, Jonathan, is there a place on the schedule that has a more open playbook than Pocono?
Yeah, Pocono is certainly one of the most challenging races for sure with strategy. It's one of the places where you can pit under green and not lose a lap, so that's certainly opens up the options for everybody, and tires aren't significant, so you can definitely stay out at times. Certainly, fuel strategy is going to be most important today.
There's an open conversation going here on the pit box. There's also voices coming from North Carolina. How do you sort through all that information and make the decisions you need to make today?
Yeah, we've got a strong, team of engineers both here at the track and at the shop at Team Penske. And we just, try to lay out a game plan of, what we think might happen during the race and certainly respond to those situations. You don't always envision everything that's going to happen. That's why we're happy to have that group back at the shop to talk through things.
The best thing about your pit stall today, by the way, you've got about a 100-foot walk to the start-finish line in case your driver wins.
That's good. Sounds good to me.
There you go. That's the conveniently placed pit box for Jonathan Hassel and the team. We appreciate all the access Team Penske is going to give us today.
And Marty looked pretty comfortable sitting up there on the pit box. That might be the place where he'll just want to hang out and enjoy. I know he's going to be up there in stage 2, but we're also going to be riding along with Todd Gilliland. We have the Goodyear on board that is going to help us give the vantage point, but we'll be embedded with the 38 team as well. And we'll be hearing from Ryan Bergenti as well. So we'll find out if the strategy is different between the two teams will be embedded.
Well, this view right here shows it's comfortable when you sit on the pit box like that back row. You don't have to make decisions. But the front row, the seats are a little hotter when you have to decide when to come down the pit road. And you heard it. All you had to think about was, what did I hear? Well, fuel, and tires, and cautions, and saving gas. And that's really it. When we come here to Pocono, it's an unbelievable test of horsepower, downforce, creativity, execution, strategy. It really has everything. And I think that's why winning here, like Ryan Blaney right here did for his first career win, it's just so rewarding.
Okay, you just listed off numerous things there. Give me the numbers of this race as we take a look at the race analysis.
Well, it's going to be broken down into 3 stages. The first stage is 30 laps. They can easily make that on fuel because they can go 40 to 42 laps. It gets complicated here in stage 2. You're going to have to make a pit stop at some point. And then how do you get that right? And then at the end of the second stage of lap 95, I think that's the intersection. Because
You hear how they have stages? I can't stand it. I hated it when they started, and I hated it still to this day. I hate what they have a stage. They went so much point, blah, blah, blah. I'm old school. This is ridiculous. And I'm still pissed off about it. NASCAR is a business. It's not racing anymore.
This race, now just 6 to go, counting this one before the
That's how I feel.
playoff start. Now only 4 names are above the red line that are white. That means they haven't won, they haven't locked themselves in. So with 6 opportunities, only 4 spots still available. Marty.
Keep an eye on Christopher Bell.
In the points, here's the thing about NASCAR. Here's the thing. Every person that won so far is locked in for that next playoff points, right? But Truex is without a win. He's the top guy, so he's not out. And now he posts his retirement. And, he said that he's long time coming. He's done everything he could. And I totally understand his situation. There is, that sponsor that he has. He is true to the sponsor. Dan Earnhardt said you could be the spokesman for that sponsor. I'm not going to say the sponsor. Is it on here? No.
Kim had talked about
But
the urgency of Chris Buescher being right there on the bottom of that list, right above.
Other hats, though. I do have that sponsor. Just watch it. Well, his car is green now. Green today. The battery sponsor, I think it is today. But, that's the pro shop. That's the sponsor. Let's go racing, boys. Yeah, boys.
getting down the front stretch into turn one. They all stay 2 by 2. Peeking out just a bit, there's Ross Chastain.
Yeah, a bit surprising. Very much more organized than we've seen here in the past. Maybe not so much in the back half, as now we see 3 wide trying to get figured out off of turn one.
Everybody gets through that first turn, and now they head toward the tunnel turn. There's a tunnel underneath turn 2, and it is rough. Side by side for the lead still through turn 2.
Really nice job by the 54 and the 24. Pretty difficult to run 2 wide through turn 2. They did it successfully. Now we'll see if that 54 Ty Gibbs can use that top lane to maybe carry the momentum down this extremely long front stretch, really the second longest that he does. He clears the 24 and then swerves down to try to get away from that draft.
Not going to give the 24 any help. So he clears the 24. And here comes Martin Truex Jr. A lot of people have had Martin Truex Jr. on the top of their list as far as favorites coming into this race.
It's like every category I look at, when you look at 5-lap, 10-lap average, long run speed, I mean, he had everything you want out of your car in practice. But that was yesterday. We saw heavy rains this morning. We'll have watched the rubber off the racetrack. And just how much different will it be after the Xfinity Series race? So it always seems to be just a little different on Sunday.
Field lining up now as they follow after Ty Gibbs. Gibbs still looking for his first ever win at the highest level. Winning a championship a couple years back in the Xfinity Series. Still waiting to break into victory lane here at this level. But pulling away easily now from William Byron and Martin Truex Jr., who have to fight for second on. Christopher Bell in the 20. That's the battle for second. Parker.
Well, Rick, you mentioned Ty Gibbs looking for his first win. I actually
listen to that sound when the car goes around.
You have a car as fast as you hadn't
Shoot.
Winning one of these races, he said, no, I can't.
Listen to
I
that.
don't want to drive myself crazy trying to
That
figure out
excites
what I
me.
can't
The
control.
sound of a
I
car
care about
going
my
fast.
performance and what I can control. I know if I bet my 10-10s, then everything should be able to work out and find ourselves in victory lane. He said, that's exactly how I tackled Xfinity, and that's how I plan to tackle it here.
I know how it
Early
feels,
start here, looking
man.
really
Dirt
good.
track racing back in my day and everything else. I've done so much. Yeah, I was checking right what I've done in my life.
On the BillSummerlees.com on
Little
board
this,
Chris Buescher,
little that,
following after
little this,
teammate and
and
team owner
somewhat of that.
in front of him in the 6.
But right now in my life, I don't want to be fixed.
Turn 1 to turn 2. This turn 2.
I will mark my words. I will roller skate again. Anyway, listen to that.
22 did not handle the bump as Joey had hoped it would. And that turn 2 is patterned after Indy. So the racetrack we're going to next week, they're getting a little bit of experience here in turn 2 at Pocono.
The difference is in the middle of all 4 corners of Indy, there's not a big bump. That makes that, I'm not going to say easier, but just a little bit more predictable. Right here, we see Kyle Busch, remember, had to start in the back after mechanical issues on the 8th this morning. They repaired a big moment off of turn 3. Let's ride on board and just watch this correction. Man, that was kind of late, but it's going to continue to hurt him all the way down the straightaway.
Here comes the 9 of Elliott getting by that 17 of Chris Buescher. 77 of Zane Smith. Excuse me, Carson Hocevar right behind them. Well, we're glad you made it out of turn number 1. Jeff Burton back up in the booth with us.
Many times in my career, I didn't make it out of turn 1.
You heard right there, another big left out of Buescher. Yeah, I assume that's tight, Jeff, right? You kind of get in there and you just know the front tires have the track. So the only way to really get them to grip back up is to lift and just slow, I mean, not slow down, but just quick accelerate.
That's right. You're always operating at the edge of grip with these race cars, and you're trying to find it. So you heard Chris Buescher have to lift off the gas. You never want to lift on corner exit because it kills your momentum down the straight. And, of course, these straights, you know, this is the back straightaway. It's not anywhere near as long as the front straightaway, but look how long he's still on it. And Look at the gain that he's making on Chase Elliott. Downshift into the tunnel. And you hear him, he went to the gas. He never came back out of it. That's what you want to be able to do. There's a red limiter right there.
I was going to say, he's sticking fourth here. Yeah. So later in the race, Jeff, why that might be the most comfortable, if I need you to work on your fuel mileage, when and how you shift can be a big difference. Like if I run in fifth gear all the way around. And while that's not optimal at lap time, at some point in this race, it's not just how
really soft shoe, maybe suffering a little bit of freeze.
it's not just how fast you can go, but how much fuel you burn doing it.
He didn't shift into fifth until he got past the start-finish line coming off of turn 3. There's the Verizon on board with Ryan Blaney. Blaney 1 spot better than where he started, running in the 7th spot right now, 4.5 seconds behind Gibbs.
It's in my imagination, Jeff, when you think that bump is worse than last year. It's not gotten better. And yeah, I think it'll come back next year and be worse again.
Yeah.
You know, it just every year it gets worse and worse. And you can see that with Blaney, he's trying to make this fast, but what he loves is that the 48 car went to the second cruise. That gave him the bottom. That allowed clean air to be on that race car, and that's what you're always wanting.
Ty Gibbs, a little over 2-second advantage over William Byron early here at Pocono.
Sorry. Gotta take the commercials off. I don't know. Hey, I'm just learning here. Trying to figure out all this stuff.
Flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs.
Still commercial.
Ask your car insurance is up.
I don't know what to say. Who's watching anyway? Anyway, I don't want to post, commercials and everything. All right. I'm here. Oh, commercials are over. Let's go back to NASCAR.
Hamlin already starting to think about strategy of maybe even helping his teammate.
Tell Martin if you want to work together, you push him on the 24 and run slow. Copy. Situation like it's close enough though.
Just trying to think if they can work together drafting on these long straights. You must feel like the 24 of Byron is holding the Truex up a little bit. Feels like it can ever make a move on him. What he's saying is, I won't make it 3 wide. Like, you can make a move and you get there next to him. I'm not going to make it 3 wide. I'm just going to get behind you and push you rather than put you in a bad situation. Don't be afraid to try it. Because this is one of those racetracks we saw a lot in yesterday's races, that if you try to make a pass and you don't complete it and there's people behind you, you lose so much momentum that they pass you and you actually lose spots in trying to make a pass, Parker.
And guys, we look back at the field here, turn 11th place, Joey Logano trying to hold off Chase Elliott there. Earlier, just a couple laps ago, we saw Joey have a bit of a moment down in turn 2. Take a listen to what he had to say on the radio about the handling of that car.
Yeah, also the exits are anywhere. Bottom it out. Tunnel. Copy that. Enter here in the tunnel, try to help the exit best you can.
And that bottoming out is exactly what we saw in turn 2. I talked to Eugene Paul Wolf about this race car. He said, we have the speed, but we're in this zone where we have to decide how loose is too loose in this race car versus losing that speed. And guys, tell me if this is my imagination, but as I've watched some of these Penske cars over the last 2 days, I feel like they might be some of the roughest as we go over to that bump right now in turn 2. And watching the rear of those cars, we were on board Blaney just a couple laps ago, saw him have a moment down in turn 2. So in that effort of finding performance, the drivers have to do a lot.
Trying to type. This is me trying to type anything. Trying to.
The more downforce it makes. So when they say bottom out, there's really 3 things. 1, it's physically the car bottoming out on the wear blocks that are underneath it. 2, it can be the vertical straights on the diffuser, like they have enough air taken out that you hit the bottom of the racetrack. And that's what we see right here. The cars that kind of smoke, like that little wisp of smoke right there, that's the carbon fiber grinding off the bottom of the diffuser strings. The other issue is remember these shocks have mechanical stops in them? You won't be able to see that in this situation. It won't create smoke like Bubba Wallace did right there, right? It would actually just feel rough for the racetrack. And wow, big hit for Noah Gragson.
And it looks as though he backed into the wall, and so the first caution has come out. Off of turn 1.
Just remember that 24th position.
Gets it fired back up again. Looks like he's going to try to drive it back in, but this is what happened.
Yeah, it just looks like he got too loose. Couldn't hold the back of the car. And see, that goes a little bit about what you were talking about getting the back of the car down. You want that car to be as low as it can be in the back, like you said. But what Joey Logano was saying is it's already hit, you can't go lower. So that's not how we're going to be able to make rear grip with this race car. So Noah Gragson could quite simply been in the same situation where they wanted the back of the car lower to make more rear downforce, but they couldn't get it there because they were hitting the racetrack. That makes the car loose, makes it very easy to spin out.
We saw him put the window net down. He drove it off of the racetrack and onto the apron, and then looks like he realized it was terminal damage for that car. So safety crew is there to deal with Noah Gragson. Very unfortunate early on in this race. Only 14 laps complete of the 160 schedule. Steve, you're going to be busy on Wednesday. You'll be a part of the NBC Sports on Sirius XM. That's NASCAR Radio Channel 90, live Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern with the back man and Pete Pistone on the morning drive. So you'll talk, obviously, about the strategy, the winning strategy. Can you give us an insight here yet?
It's going to be great to talk about what happened this week. Looking forward to Indianapolis next week, back on the Oval, which has a lot of the same opportunity to pit. So 2 similar tracks back-to-back. Always great to go on there. Might even harass Pete a little bit about some baseball. So there's going to be a lot of good conversation, but it'd be great to jump on Sirius XM and join those two. Rick, this is an interesting time for Yellow. You know, we talk a lot about strategy, and I don't think this really changes the plan for the leaders, 54 of Gibbs or Byron or Truex, but it's got to change someone's plan. So, you know, we're on board with Kyle Busch earlier. Remember, he went all the way to the back, right? Is this what he uses to try to flip around and get some sort of advantage either in tires or, more importantly, fuel, get some fuel in the race car to open up opportunities? So I don't expect to see the leaders, but somewhere in this field, I would imagine it's going to split. Some are going to come to pit road.
Bush has scored
Yeah, there you go.
33rd. You see Christopher Bell leading. It's like the 22 of Logano. Yep, riding along with the Hunt Brothers Pizza on board there as they come to you, Marty.
Rick, we talked about the handling issues for Christopher Bell yesterday. He said he was way more secure on entry today, which he said that he liked, but a little bit too tight on exit and a divergent point strategy-wise here, Parker, as Steve mentioned.
And Marty, as we see Joe Logano come here, we were just talking about his issues inside that 22 car. They're choosing to try and help the 22 here with some adjustments. You see air pressure adjustments as they go around. They will do 4 tires and fill full of fuel for Joe Logano on the 22 to get a little bit off strategy and help the hit in there.
Early on, differing strategies. Saw the race off pit road there. Bell and Logano very close. The reason for the caution, Noah Gregson in the 10 backs it into turn 1, and he is out of the race.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue, and stop further joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
4 years of hard work, 4 years of dedication. Everything comes down to this moment.
Australia has been unbelievable. The greatest female sport of all time.
She continues to amaze us every single time she competes.
When taking care of your ride, depend on Mavis. Like Denny Hamlin. At Mavis, we do tires and so much more. That's good. We keep you safe on the road and save you money.
You get this discount because I'm me, right? No, we give that discount to everyone.
Again? At Mavis?
Guys, it's not what it looks like. I just paid hundreds on these tires.
Is it really just about the savings, Denny?
I still depend on you guys to take care of the 11, but I depend on Mavis to take care of my family car.
Depend on Mavis to save you money every day.
I know the bad stuff that can happen with a bath remodel. Not with Bath Fitter. Bath Fitter is rock solid. Their tub over tub process means a great new bath in just a day with no demo, mess, or stress. Bath Fitter, it just fits.
At TJ Maxx, you can afford to turn your closet into a place of endless expression with the quality, styles, and prices you love. Max what makes you, you.
A 50-foot inflatable submarine has been on display this weekend at the NASCAR Fan Zone in Pocono with BuildSubmarines.com. A 1/11 size replica of the U.S. Navy's new Columbia-class sub. NASCAR fans have also been learning about stable, sustaining, skilled trades, careers available right now across the country to help build the real deal. You can learn about those opportunities as well by visiting BuildSubmarines.com. Right along with the 17. Again, the caution coming out because of the 10 of Noah Gregson into the wall. This is not the way this weekend was supposed to go after the announcement that he will be with Front Row Motorsports next year. That announcement came out because with Stewart Haas Racing closing, now we know where Josh Berry is going. Noah Gregson to Front Row. Chase Briscoe will take over the 9 for Martin Truex Jr. retiring at the end of the year. And Joe Gibbs Racing, still an unknown, is Ryan Preece.
Yeah, and I think there's still something, in the garage. There's questions just to answer. So I think it'll be a busy, 12 to 15 weeks here to end the season.
2x2 once again, and Gibbs on the outside. Byron on the inside as they go back to the restart zone. About to get underway with lap 17.
Larson
Oh, yeah, there you go. I was waiting for somebody to be the first one to make it 3 wide. I thought Larson was going to make a move to do it. That was a pretty calm restart.
Up the racetrack went the 24. Byron went up there. Also, the 4 of Josh Berry is up there. And now look at Mark Truex Jr. taking over the lead.
Berry has a problem. I don't know if he's got a tire down or what it is. He's way off pace. 54 as well. Ty Gibbs just overcooked the entry. He got up there 3 wide. Take a look at the top of your screen. Just, I guess it was loose with a little wiggle, Jeff, maybe for 54?
Yeah, just it's hard to tell there. It's hard to imagine that he went that far up the racetrack and that part of the racetrack without the back of the car being the problem. It was tame on the straightaway, but it wasn't tame when they got in the corner.
And now it's Denny Hamlin who's settled into second. Right behind him, Tyler Reddick. Then William Byron.
It's in the open round. I'm gonna shut this down. No one cares. No one wants to watch, but I'm here. I'm just saying, Rex Jr.
The young driver of the 54.
You gotta understand.
Josh Berry on
Jersey guy. You gotta understand Jersey people. Hell. I want to say something, but
how the car feels to Josh Berry.
what do you think when Trump go to his home in Jersey? After what happened today, where do you think Trump went? In his home in New Jersey.
Great people that are, putting these cars
He's
together.
got attitude.
Making strategy calls and driving.
Yeah, great hire by Spire. Rodney is very respected.
You see him have the fist up. He's pissed the fuck off.
They can invest
I know.
money and buy equipment, but nothing replaces
When you get hit,
that mindset, that drive that's required.
does something hurt you? Wow.
Trio right here.
So yeah, if anybody watches this, by the time it's 48 in a minute, yes, I'm more of a Trump than this stupid ass that doesn't even know his fucking name. Whatever. I said what I said. You heard. If you want to agree with it, I don't care. Andy, let's go back to NASCAR.
He used it for straightaway speed, but Logano on the bottom. It's good for momentum, but watch Larson down this back straightaway. What's running the outside does. Just gives him the momentum.
What I just said.
Logano on new tires. He was the first car off from pit road. Was running 11th when he pitted. Currently battling to the 11th spot. He'll concede his 5.
Brett Keselowski just behind.
Let's just say.
Number 6, Keselowski running 12th right now. Now it's Mark Truex Jr., Hamlin, and Reddick. Toyotas with top 3 spots.
This is me. My new thing.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms?
I am BFB. I was BB.
That's why I partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
BFB, but always be
Stream or routine,
B.
Verizon Frontline delivers.
Or
The
say
#1
for
network choice in public
me.
safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
I'm BFB. I'll always be me. I'm BFB. I always be B. I'm BFB. I always be me.
Next question. It starts with an empty prompt and the most advanced AI.
I'm BFB. I always be me.
Blocked from watching the big match? Save the day by using the Bank of America customized cash rewards card and choose to earn 3% cash back on online purchases, like live streaming.
You're unbelievable.
Oh. Here's the thing, everybody. When you have something in your life, when you're focused on something in your life, and trying to make a point where to everybody, you get angry, you get pissed off, you get frustrated, everything. I used to be a nice guy. When I was working in a hospital as security, it was fun. It was like around the time, around 2008, 2007. I think earlier than that. But then I started my YouTube page around the same time. I think YouTube started in 2006 or something. I didn't get into it then. I was on a lot of places where, you know, it wasn't before YouTube and all these other places. They used to have flash stuff. They used to have look it up, oddtodd.com. But his website is messed up now. They used to have that flash animated stuff. But it's all gone now. I move on to other things. So a little bit about myself. But racing's back on. If you want to watch racing, fine. But I love you all. Anybody can come in and hang out. It's okay. I'm not gonna take my hammer. There's no hammer involved. There is no hammer involved. That's in my past, and I'm okay. Life moves on. I make things better. I do what I could or do, but my situation. It's not all great. There's so many things that I could love to show on video, but I don't have it, or things go on in my life. That's why I wish I could write a book. But you know what? I can't at this moment. But one of the things I wish I could do, I wish. Anyway, let's go back to NASCAR. Anyone wants to watch, fine. I'm not be. I want to hang out with everybody. Is there something wrong? Anyway, please hang out, please. I'm not gonna bite your tongue to do it, but please. Ah. I tried. Anyway.
Direct behind him, doing a nice job coming to one to go in the stage.
So different strategies, and we knew that was going to be the case here at Pocono. And Steve, I actually asked you this question about 4 hours ago. If you were Martin Truex Jr., who we thought had one of the best cars, Would your strategy be different knowing you could be up front?
Well, the question now is, do they counter? You saw that many guys hit. So Truex now knows he's going to cycle to the back if he tries to win this stage. And I think you have to stay out and win the stage. I don't think you can pit right here coming to 2 to go. He chooses not to. His staying out will close pit road at the start-finish.
Last lap for Martin Truex Jr. In stage 1, Gibbs was out front for 17 laps. Truex Jr. has been out front for 12. Those are the only 2 that have led the field here at Pocono.
You know, I was wrong, Rick. The pit road closed a lap ago. So Truex's bed was kind of made. During that pit cycle, he took 2 to go and closed pit road. So, hey, good news is I think he has a really high chance of winning the stage, which is that playoff point and a lot of points. I know he hasn't won a race, but moving up that regular season standings, Jeff, will help him with playoff points when they do start. Get points.
Coming into this race, 2 playoff points for Martin Truex Jr. Now,
yes,
as you had mentioned, he has about a 1-second lead over Denny Hamlin, and he is going to win stage 1.
Yes!
And it's the 3rd stage win.
He won stage 1.
Playoff point, and his 3rd
Pocono racetrack.
See,
I've been there.
good battle here.
It's unique.
And Brad Keselowski.
It's a triangle.
Keselowski right at the line.
I've been there. It's
So the top
unique.
10 all getting points.
If anybody understands, there's a new story about a guy. I'm a big fan of back in the day, but you know what? The name is Steve Park.
Anything is possible.
Steve
But only a
Park.
few of us go out and prove it.
He was
Witness the greatness
one of
of an
our
all
seniors,
connection-worthy
very
advantage.
first guy that
Xfinity
just
Mobile.
believed
Only
in him.
Xfinity gives you the most powerful
Steve
mobile
Park.
Wi-Fi network.
I'm not saying that that thing, that video just came out. No, I've always been a
Xfinity
fan.
Internet customers
But
can buy
just
one
when I
unlimited
saw the
line and get
video,
one free for a year.
it told me a little bit about what really
With
happened.
Xfinity.
But you know, I know when he hit the wall in Pocono racetrack, what I'm talking about. Head injury. You don't play games. Why do you think Dale Earnhardt Jr. stopped racing?
Every bite of our fried chicken. But our new sweet
Because
meatball
head
will have you
injuries.
say, ooh, not now. What are you waiting for? Buzz on in
I
and
have
try it.
vertigo.
And now,
Sometimes I lay in bed. My head gets dizzy. To this day, every day. I guarantee every day. If I lay back once in a while, if I lay back, I get dizzy. I've been doing this for. I'm immune to it. But no, the doctors don't care. It's ridiculous about that. Because I've been, my surgery, I've been fighting for so long.
Or pay the price.
But you know what?
Save up to 50% on your mobile bill.
I do what I do.
Verizon and AT&T.
Why do you
Plus,
keep on
plans
fighting?
start at just
Because
$15 a month.
I want to
Enjoy
live
service
another
on
day.
America's largest
I want to
5G network. So large it has
ride
more
a
coverage
bike
than
another
Verizon
day.
and AT&T
I want to
combined.
roller skate.
Optimum
I
mobile
want
plan starting
after.
at $15
And I'm
a month.
goddamn
No contract.
determined.
Choose Choose
I
Optimum Mobile
will
to start
roller
saving big.
skate a
Call or visit a store
day
today.
before I die. I'm gonna roller skate
There's
again.
Optimum
All
Fiber
right.
Internet, and then there's 5G home internet from other providers.
All
Can
right.
you hear me now?
You'll notice the difference.
So, I just want to hang out with people. I know I throw this now. No one else is around. I guess I should end this because they see this on Nascar. I don't know, whatever. But I believe them. It's been a frustrating 5 years for me. The aggravation, the surgeries, before the surgeries, to adjust about this and that. I've learned so much in my situation. Last year, I'm living on Social Security. I didn't ask for it. We had to do the paperwork and the lawyers and everything to understand my situation. Now, they give me a monthly thing. But down the road, when I get my body fixed, if that's possible, because my mother and I keep fighting for all this stuff. It's wrong, man. And then being able to do this, I'm learning things here and there. I'm glad Levy came out to hang out for a little while, but you know what? My door's always open. Now that I learn how to do this, I'm not even home. But I do it because my mother has to go away for a day, and she doesn't need to know what I do. But I can't go home, take care of myself for this situation, and I'm going to show it if I can. Yeah, it just sucked. There it is. I'm here now. There's a minute. I don't even know what I'm saying because I'm pissed off about a lot of stuff. I am really pissed off about a lot of stuff. I can't talk to express myself online, which I'm trying to do, but then I try to do it all NASCAR stuff, but I can't stop talking. Because I don't know when I can go home my own apartment. So, this is like one of my only chances. If I can do it now, and talk to you guys. Sorry, I'm burping. Ouch. Huh. I had seven in those copies. But it's getting better little by little. But right now, anyway, you hear from Nascar? I'll just put it on.
Connecticut native, and he grew up in mod country. That's how he got his start in racing. And as you're looking at some photos here, he grew up working with and learning from mods legend Ted Christopher. Ryan's dad actually raced Ted Christopher. Their shops were next door to each other, so he had been immersed in racing since he was born. You see him there in the white shirt, second or third from the left in that photo with Ted Christopher. But Berginti has turned those skills into a successful career of his own. He now finds himself atop the box for Todd Gillen, has led Todd into a career season, Marty. This is his 15th year in the Cup Series.
You know, Kim, I asked Ryan Blaney why Pocono was so important to him. You would think it was because he got his first career win here, right? He said, actually, no, it goes much further back than that. Ryan Blaney was a young man with his dad, Dave, here, and he got to run quarter midgets at the track here at Pocono. That's a 9-year-old Ryan Blaney winning races here at Pocono on the little track outside. Jeff, you know it as well as anyone. So many drivers, sons and daughters, were able to race out there, have some success, and get them a taste of what it was like to be in a race car. Clearly, that affected Ryan Blaney, and that's one of the big reasons why Pocono is one of his favorite racetracks.
This is a racetrack that the drivers' families love to come to. They had great playgrounds, they had quarter midget racing, dog shows, all kinds of stuff that kids just love. Had a great time here, and yep, there was a lot of dirt track racing at night. Some late nights coming back in the motorhome.
And so again, Marty and Kim embedded with the 12 and the 38 teams. We're actually going to be listening in to spotter Britt Anderson for the 38 team of Todd Gilliland. He's going to restart 15th, and Britt will take us through the front stretch. And then I was up there with the spotters just a little while ago, and they mentioned how difficult it is going into turn one because the cars are actually going away from them where the main spotters are up on the spotter stand. So that's the one difficulty where you just aren't completely sure if you've got someone cleared when you go into turn one.
It's such a big racetrack, and they're a long way away from you, and it's hard to see if someone's gaining momentum or you're gaining momentum on somebody because you're looking at it from behind, and it is a very difficult job for the spotter. The driver has to know that, though. The driver has to know where the spotter really can't see that, though.
So the field coming out of turn number 3. The pace car will put the field back in the hands of Logano up in front, and here's Britt Anderson.
Still just 2 underneath it. Still there. Top of 3. 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 12 in line with you. Still top of 3. 1 coming back bottom. You're clear. 11's been ascended in there. Inside. Still top. Still there. Still there, call for 24. Still there, 11. Outdoor, out even, 5. 1 off in. 1 in front, 22. 5 out off you. Still half off. 1 in front. Still there. Still there, 5.
And again, that's a spotter that is up on the grandstand side, up above the grandstands, spotting for Todd Gilliland. As we saw, the 22 of Logano drift way up the racetrack in turn 1 and lost a lot of spots on this restart.
Remember early in the race, Ty Gibbs on hot tires that weren't new. He had a similar issue on the restart. Something drivers are going to have to be thinking about.
Listen to that.
Did a nice job catching it. You know, I know he was frustrated to lose some spots, but that could easily be the end of your day. If you have any sort of issue there and do lose control, there's going to be defense for sure. This 9 of Chase Elliott hit it at the end of the stage, and he is making hay with the field, up to 14. Looking ahead to, I mean, this is a huge move, plus 11 spots since the restart. So we talk a lot about strategy. Let's not sleep on the fact great cars and passes made the strategy work, as now you see the 9 continuing to attack. Now he's the lead of his strategy, which is really where you want to be.
Chase Elliott right down in the 13th spot as we take a look at which drivers are on the move, brought to you by Ashley Furniture. Chase Elliott with 12 spots since the restart. Denny Hamlin, 9. Wayne Byron, 9. Ryan Preece, 6. And Kyle Busch up 3.
Chase Elliott soon to be 13. Because he has got a nice position on the 7. I think the 7 almost has to concede the spot. Look at the 9. We wondered how good fresh tires work, and maybe his car's driving really good, but he wraps the bottom so nicely.
Well, I guess no one wants to hang out.
On board of Kyle Busch.
You're doing NASCAR, right?
And
well, I'm just gonna watch it.
Let's listen to the 5 radio.
Anyway.
What? Like the 22 strategy.
Some guys
Thank you for hanging out.
The entire race. So that first pit stop lap that they're going to run it to the short side of the fuel window now under green, which will be roughly 20 laps from right now. That's when the window will open. They'll be on the front side of that, and that'll take them to the very front side of the window in stage 3. We can make it a good bit
I would love to people hang out with me, but
if we're just going to make a good call on pace
I guess not.
compared to the guys around us. Obviously, how much you're able to get through traffic right here, so we'll see.
It's a lot of information right there for Kyle Larson. He was asking about the 22. I believe that was pre-restart. He saw the 22 leading. So, of course, you want to know, hey, with him leading the race, what is his plan? And you heard Cliff Daniels explain kind of the different pit windows. It's going to really be a big game of leapfrog here. We're going to see a wave of cars pit, and laps later, another wave of cars pit. And we'll keep you updated as they go. Right now, Keselowski, Jones, Bell continue to lead. And the 9 continues to kind of move up through the field as we see the 23 slide back to the outside of Larson.
Yeah, that was a moment for Bubba Wallace there in the 23. He's already talked about how he is not happy with the handling of his car and going through the tunnel turn there. It showed. Bubba fighting back on the outside of Kyle Larson as they go down this long front stretch, almost 4,000 feet. As we see the 48 coming up behind the 23. Again, Bubba Wallace fined $50,000 for slamming into the side of the 48 after the race was over in Chicago, showing his displeasure for what had taken place earlier when Alex Bowman was trying to get past him. That was the contact, and NASCAR had referenced that the window nets were down. They had taken their seatbelts off, so a very unsafe situation.
Now in NASCAR, you see what they're doing. If you want to make contact after the race with somebody to show your displeasure, and it's just simple contact, they're not going to do anything. But if you hit somebody and they spin out, if they make contact with the wall, it's a different situation. They're going to hold you responsible, Kim, for the result of your actions.
Yeah, they held the driver specifically responsible, which allowed the crew and the team just kind of sigh a breath of relief. They didn't get any points docked because of that move by Bubba Wallace. So when I checked in, they said, the car's been good.
Well, it's been fun.
Good. Despite that incident last week, we just need to get some luck on our side. Right now, Marty, Bubba Wallace is struggling with the handling of that race car.
So again, Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels were making a moment ago. I think, Steve, there's about 3 strategies going on right now. I just checked in with Adam Stevens, Christopher Bell sitting in third. They're among the group that pitted at that caution at lap 15. Adam Stevens told me, Steve, they can go to about 61, 62, maybe 63 would be pushing it too much. That's when they would have to come down pit road. But to Cliff Daniels' point, they have about 20 laps before they got to come to pit road.
All they need to do is make sure they run far enough that they can get to the end of stage 2 without getting gas again. They only want to stop one time in the stage. That's kind of the magic here. Not to mention, don't get far enough behind Brad Keselowski that you go a lap down. Not an issue for Jones, Bell, Butcher up front. But there are other cars. Our embedded car, the 38 of Gillen, and I'm looking at him all the way back at 32nd. He's on this strategy, and at 16 seconds behind, his window of opportunity is closing because now you'll start going a lap down when you come to pit road.
Side-by-side action here. Austin Cindric in the 2 was on the inside. Tyler Reddick in the 45 on the outside. Bowman right there behind Cindric. Pretty good run here for LaJoy as he tucks in behind the 24 of Byron. But Brad Keselowski has got a 2.5-second lead over second place Eric Jones.
Well, I tried. I don't know. try. I so try. I'm not such a bad guy. But you learn from your mistakes. And things go on in my life that you all will not understand. Maybe a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Might understand. But I don't know what else to say. But I will say this. I will live another day. I'll make the best of whatever life gives me. And I will make the best of everything. Tomorrow's another day. Make the best of it. Cherish everything in your life. Because it'll be gone in a second. You have no idea. Just keep that in mind. Love your family. Love your friends. Love everything that means a lot to you. But cherish that. Please cherish it. Please cherish it. Because it'll be gone in a second. It could be gone in a second. So cherish it. Please stop and smell the roses. Take time to walk away. Take a walk down the street. Ride a bike around, town or something, in a park or whatever. You only have one life. You only have one life. Make the best of it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Take care of yourselves. Keep it cool out there.